I'm going sandboarding for the first time in my life here in the famous sand dunes of Tottori, Japan. Now the sand dunes here are famous for being visually stunning with vast amounts of sand hills stretching for miles on end right in front of the backdrop of the ocean.
Wow.
But we found out that you can also test your adventurous side by doing a bunch of sand activities like camel riding or paragliding and of course sandboarding. We wanted to do all of these activities, but you need to reserve prior to going and only sandboarding was left. So sandboarding it was.
What is sandboarding? I'm not quite so sure myself, but I have a feeling that sandboarding is a combination of snowboarding on sand. So will I not fall and break my legs? I hope I don't break my legs.
Once we booked our reservation, we needed to mentally prepare our bodies. Get rid of all that nervousness. Relax and ease the mind. Take a rest day if you will. So what better way to do that than chilling out along the coastline of some of the most beautiful locations in all of Japan. First stop on our list was the Uradome coast.
We made it to a coastline. There's a cafe here that has a bunch of bagels, drink, one smoothie, a strawberry milk smoothie. And then you can sit on these little wooden benches here. What's really cool is you can really see the green and the blueness of the water.
Now, a big reason why we needed to find places like these is, believe it or not, we were nervous at what could happen from sandboarding. It's like a big unknown. Could we get hurt? Would it be dangerous? Was it even worth it? And as much as we don't look nervous, we were absolutely terrified. So to get the thought of eating sand off our minds, we stopped by a shrine. Arasuna Shrine to be exact. Why a shrine? Well, here we could have some peace of mind and bring in the serenity of, whoa, is that a Pokelid?
So we got two Sandshrews, one here, and Zatu right here.
Number 165 on our journey, and a slight message within the lid. You can see the Japanese name for Sandshrew hidden within, Sando. Plus it showcases the beautiful ocean view that we can only see if we climb up the shrine.
We're walking up the shrine right now. You're gonna see what's at the top. So if you walk up here, you can see this hut right here. The Tottori gate right there. Wow, what a shot. We're close. Just gotta go down these steps and into the water. Clearly blue water right there. You could go through, or it's see-through. Like, I wanna go down there. Everyone just grabbing some seaweed. It's pretty deep actually. We won't be walking across, will we?
But as I was saying, a shrine was the perfect location to relax because of the calming vibes, serene atmosphere, and beautiful views. The sight of extremely blue waters made me feel at ease and totally forget about the dangers ahead. There really is nothing like the medicine of nature. So as we continue heading towards the sand dunes, we kept stopping at new, never before seen locations that really should be shared to the world more often. Like this coastline of the Natane 5 Islands, which is comprised of, you guessed it, 5 islands.
Island 1, Island 2, Island 3, Island 4, and the big one, that is the 5th island.
And this hiking location, named Kamogaeso, which was full of trees, a lot of trees, stairs, and this cave tunnel.
I think there's a way to get down, but you need like climbing gear. I'm not entirely sure there's any way to get any closer than this. But we did what we tried to do, and that was get a close shot. Sometimes you gotta be a little dangerous and get the shots you need. Beautiful shot we got right here. Look at this. You have this little open cove with a beach. It's like a hidden hideaway.
And no rest day would be complete without a sunset. So of course we found a seaside location with a bunch of fish flags and this view of the lowering sunset touching along the water.
Another dome with one tree on it. Oh no. Oh no. He's okay.
Now that we're all refreshed and recharged after that slow-paced day of natural beauty and a one-night stay in this hotel, we were ready to take on the challenge of sandboarding.
I've never done sandboarding before. It seems like a very new experience. I'm very excited for it. Will we be able to do anything and have fun? I hope so. Will I not fall and break my legs? I hope I don't break my legs. The hills are pretty steep. I've been to the Tottori sand dunes once before. So first up, we go and get in the car.
As we drive over to the famous sand dunes, we can actually see ski lifts floating by, which is awfully strange considering there's no snow currently. But I guess they use these for lifting people up to get to the top of the sand dunes. But either way, cool view. Immediately when we arrived, we go directly to the board shop. And if you're an avid snowboarder, you can tell it looks very similar, except the bindings look very DIY. There's a reason for that though, which we soon found out is because we would be boarding in our socks.
I got my board and we're going down to the dunes, yeah. Into our death. Ooh, but the water's nice. You think we can board into the water?
The instructor grabbed one of us, put us to the top of the hill, and then told us to bounce our way to the peak of the sand dune. Of course, we were timid, not quite sure how safe this actually was with that do-it-yourself looking board, but it didn't matter what we thought, because he was going to make sure we went down no matter what. So, sandboarding goes as follows. You lean and keep your board straight at all times. You don't move your legs. And essentially, you ride it out to the end until your momentum no longer takes you anywhere. Sounds boring and easy, right? Both wrong. The speed you can pull on these gets pretty crazy, especially since you don't carve or slow yourself down, and keeping steady was an absolute chore for me. Even here, you can see it's fine until I get to the bottom of the hill and the sand piles on my board. I absolutely ate sand every single time down the hill. And at this angle, you can absolutely see how steep it is. My friends even tried to sit down together and slide down, which works pretty well too. Of course, that shot was me simultaneously boarding next to them, so of course I crashed. But overall, we didn't get hurt, except for our legs being in pain from having to walk back up this hill every single time. Overall, absolutely crazy fun experience, and I highly recommend it. With that being done, now it's time to explore the sand dunes like any normal tourist would.
It's a beautiful sunny day. I recommend you come early because there's less people. There's a lot of people here. We're gonna run. Oh, water here. It's like a little lake. It's so windy here. Look at my hair. It's really nice out here. It's like a big extended beach because it's so high up. I love the colors down there. I think that's Urodome Coast actually, to be honest, because the dunes are sort of nearby the ocean actually, and so you can go and walk over to the other side. So right now we're finding the Sand Museum, which the dunes are over down in that direction. And if you walk the path, you're gonna get to the Sandshrew lid, which has Sandshrew, and a Baniri, which is hiding. This is a very, very lightly colored beige lid because of the sand dunes. Obviously you have the sand dunes in there, and the ocean we have behind, which has Sharpedo behind it.
Now take a look at the lid closely and you can see 3 hidden Japanese characters spelling out Sando again on this lid as well. The other cool thing about this lid is if you were wondering why there's a Baniri and a Sharpedo on it, don't worry, we're gonna find out randomly very soon. It's really fun doing this adventure looking for Pokelids because I was looking for this lid right here, and an old grandma and grandpa who were playing Pokemon Go, they've been going all over Japan on a bus to find these lids. That shows the dedication some people have. They were so happy to add me as a friend in Pokemon Go. It's really fun to see people and meet people on these trips. Really cool. Pokemon Go bringing people together. Something that you never would have expected. It's time for our QR code. That's right. Stamping QR codes in hand, we headed off to grab a quick lunch before finding out the true meaning of this last lid.
Nearby, there's a shrine called Hakudo Shrine, and it's apparently specializing in rabbits. And so I think Baniri is on the lid because of this shrine. Whether that's true or not, we're gonna see some of these rabbits on the shrines. There's a rabbit right here. I think rabbits mean, I guess, love. All right, they got this post box. It's very cute. Looks like they got a taxi. Post box. Let's go to the shrine. As we go up, we see a bunch of rabbits up the stairs. People left rocks on it. It's a little funny. Ah, they're love rocks. There's some images on it. I don't want to touch it because I don't want to ruin people's love. This is probably the best one you can see. Well, look how they stack them. It's really interesting. It looks like up ahead, you take your rocks and you try to place it at the top. That seems really difficult to do. To place them at the very top, you gotta really lightly throw it. The shrine honors Shirosagi no Kami, the white rabbit that appears in the legend of the White Rabbit of Inaba. What a hard thing to do for love. Oh, there's another rabbit here, dripping into our little pond that I believe people would wash. Uh-oh, what's that sound?
Must mean it's story time with Sunny Time. Here is the story of the rabbit shrine.
There's a rabbit clan here and a shark clan basically across. The rabbits wanted to get from the island to the mainland, so in order to do that, they tricked the sharks into building a bridge they told them to line up one after the other so that they could count them and see who had more, the rabbits or the sharks. As they built the bridge, they basically jumped over, counting them, but in the end, it was just a trick to get to the mainland.
So all the fortunes, if you know Japanese culture, you know that they grab fortunes, and then if it's bad luck, they put it here so that they leave it here. If it's good, they'll take it.
Well,
with
now
them.
it all makes sense. The shrine, the dunes, the rabbits, the sharks. It's the perfect lid for the perfect location. So that was sandboarding in Japan. Not so dangerous as we thought, and absolutely a fun experience. Try it out if you get the chance. But be warned though, it will take a toll on your body, which you wouldn't be able to tell here as I had enough energy to relax a bit and race on the water. Although there was not enough space to slow down, but it is tiring. Trust me.
I'm dead
I mean,
tired right
sole
now.
fact that we skipped the rest of the day to head to the most amazing Airbnb I've ever seen, full of 17 beds and a barbecue pit in the garden, this huge terrace, a deck, this homemade bar, and a huge outdoor seating area where we put together this absolutely beautiful food spread. All I can say is today was a good day. And I cannot wait to see what else there is to do in Tottori tomorrow. So, see you next time. We'll be right here.